find in my trainings, and I've been around this continent and the world, people always say they don't earn enough. Now, when you say you don't earn enough, nobody defines what's enough.
Yes.
So then we're going to start with what you have, what you have at hand that you're working with. And in that case, there is one thing that happens when people will start working.
Yes.
They pick a standard of living. And that standard of living is informed by where they are coming from. They could come from their parents.
Yes.
So the first thing you need to realize that your parents' standard of living is not necessarily your standard of living.
Okay.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Because if my son looks at me now and I can afford a trip to some vacation place,
Yes.
I drive a nicer car and I am able to run around.
Yes.
If he understands that that standard of living is for my father, but when I start out, I need to start lower.
Yes.
So then you don't take my standard and you carry it with you when you're starting out. So that's number one. The second way people pick a standard of living is by looking at how much they earn. So they look at their paycheck. Now, if you always pick your standard of living from your paycheck, you always struggle because every time you pick it, the paycheck changes or it can disappear.
Yes.
So in that case, you pick a standard of living which is evaluated as your monthly living cost, the basket of goods and services you buy every month, and then try to be lower. So if you earn 500, there is an Askari in this town who has 4 kids or 5 kids surviving on 250,000. So you can't claim. Yes, they do it. So figure out how the Askari does it.
Yes.
So you cannot just claim I don't earn enough because we have said, and I repeat, the game is to multiply the little that you have so that it can grow.
Yes, yes. And of course, looking at this entire, saving tip and all that, I believe many people in Uganda right now, the biggest population, are definitely running around that 500,000. But I think with what you just said makes a perfect sense. I think we go beyond. Could we blame the upbringing? Could we blame the way our parents, to our financial issues?
You raise an important point because now we live in a world that wants to show off. Well, there's a new hotel in town, and I was there yesterday.
Yes.
It's called Onomo Hotel,
Yes.
and it's a good place.
Yes.
You might want to go there.
Yes.
However, when it was new,
Yeah.
people on Instagram and on Snapchat and on TikTok wanted to go there and take a shot, not because they could afford the place.
But just because
They wanted to associate. It's a nice place, it's a cool place, you take snaps, they look good. My point is that we live in a world that wants to show off. Everyone wants to look nice. They want to have, because you always have a camera, so the camera is always facing you. So we've become a show-off generation, for lack of a better word. Show off. We want to show off. But when it comes to your finances, you can't afford that showing off.
Yeah.
You need to be frugal. That's a very tough word, but it means you are always buying utility over just people, getting people to be impressed with what you have.
Yes.
So our people, in fact, you mentioned that 500. Actually, the average salary for Kampala and what is 1 million. That's what they earn. That's the average for a salaried worker. So we need to agree that yes, we are starting at a low base, but don't stay where you are. You need to actually work harder. And you need to figure out where your competences are very early. If you're starting, you need to understand what are your competences. You on radio because you have a good voice. How did you arrive at the fact that I have a good voice, so rather than go and maybe serve tea where I will not be appreciated, I will be more appreciated because I have a good vibe and I can be in entertainment. So you pick that, and most people struggle with that. So they don't know who they are, the core competences they have.
Yes.
You invited me to come to radio because I tweet, because I'm strong in writing.
Yes, yes.
But I picked writing. Writing was critical for me to express my ideas.
Yes.
And so I am able to write, but not only do I able to write, I am able to speak.
Yes.
So when you combine, even if I was intelligent and I cannot speak and express myself, my earning power is low.
Yes, yes. So it's as simple as use what you have.
Yep.
And just keep making more branches to bring in more.
Yes.
As simple as that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super happy we're having Mukasa in here, making sure that we are getting perfect with our finances. But of course, we also love making some quick breaks. So let's go ahead and enjoy some great music. He's still here, so bring in your questions, send in on our streaming platforms, and that is our Tidal Radio. And of course, Kori the host. Here is a song called Roadside, and JT Tracy is on it.